The B team, we're back and we're here. And I just want to say, give yourselves a pat on the back and a little applause because we made it. We all made it. To all the followers that have been following us, liking all of our stuff, commenting. You guys, we would not be here without y'all. Keep up the good work. We're doing this for you guys. I mean, we put out this content just for fun. We enjoy it, and we try to give you guys our insights and our thoughts, including our mortals, which are finally dropping this week. This episode, you're going to see them on Instagram. Take us, ride with us. If you see a bet that you like, ride with us. The mortals, we're 0-0 right now. We are 0-0.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. The goal, over 500 as always.
Yep.
And we might have multiple mortals. We might have one mortal here, one mortal on a Thursday, but we still have to think of some ideas too for like primetime games.
Yeah. The season definitely snuck up on us. Yeah. Although we had a countdown for weeks, it snuck up on us.
I think it's because we filled that gap of time
With
just doing
golf.
so much shit.
Golf.
and
Golf.
interviews.
We played way too much golf during that time.
But you know what though? It was a great summer. Summer used to be my favorite season. It was always like spring and then summer, but it's fall. Fall is my favorite season from now on.
First of all, it goes spring, summer, football.
Winter.
I
But
hate
winter's
winter.
creeping up there too.
I hate winter.
Dude, since we started snowboarding, winter has been slowly creeping up.
I feel like it went really fast, but I'm excited for sweatshirt weather again.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't know how people can just, maybe I'm crazy for this, but like live in Florida and just be hot all the time. Like sometimes you need that change. You need the fall, you need the sweater weather, you need to be cold. Wintertime, you got to man up, you got to go snowboarding, hit the mountains. Like you're good, you're chilling. Like it gives you something to look forward to. Imagine just being in the summer heat all the time, all year round. I mean, people love it. I mean, I'm not discrediting it, but
I feel like our two versions of hitting the mountains in the winter are very different.
what's your version of hitting mountains?
I mean, the mountains are blue, baby. Coors Lights.
I mean, I like to hit those mountains too.
Uh,
How about a Coors Light on the mountain when you're snowboarding? We haven't done that. It's more like fireball shooters.
Yeah.
Yo,
You ever have a fireball shooter when it's super hot?
yeah, it's rough.
It's terrible.
How about this? Since I got into golf, since you got me into golf, we get you into snowboarding. How about them apples?
That would be awesome.
How about them apples? And
That-
we could actually make content of you snowboarding.
I pride myself on being athletic, and I think most people know me for being athletic, and they're gonna think I'm not athletic if I get on that board.
Muller,
It's gonna be one of the funnier things that we've probably posted if I get on that board.
think about it. I don't even know if I'm athletic anymore. I am athletic. Don't let my size fool you guys.
You're slim thick, baby.
Slim thick, baby. 2 C's at the end. But I'm telling you, we can get Muller on a snowboard, and that is phenomenal content. Because if I can't even get off the lift correctly, imagine this guy trying to do that, guys.
No, I think my problem won't be the lift because I watch those videos of people messing up, and there's no like
Gassy sees it firsthand.
no. I've gotten off a lift.
Get run over by a lift.
like hitting me in the back of the helmet. I'm just there, dude. I get that. That's where I probably fall the most is the lift. Getting off the lift.
I can do the lift. I know that for a fact 'cause I've done it before. It's the going down the mountain and not trying to be like an asshole doing kick flips and shit as I go down.
Have you done the lift on a snowboard though?
Yes. I've never skied. I've only snowboarded.
Okay,
You have a
so
little experience.
Yeah, but it was like when I was 12. And I think if I can get off a lift when I'm 12, I could get off when I'm 25.
Muller, I will go like halves with you. I swear to God, I will go halves with you just so you can have a snowboarder come with us. That might be a
All right.
stretch, but I will definitely help out.
All right.
Like now we got to think of some content to give from
Alex
Muller. Like,
Kakamo should just give me one of his boards.
there you go. No, we'll literally hit up Kakamo because he wants to
He
give me
should
golf
teach me how to
lessons.
snowboard.
He'll give me golf lessons and he'll give you a board.
You don't want golf lessons from him. The only lesson he could give you is how many beers, like how to drink as many beers as you can and lose your shoes on the golf course. That's the only lesson he's giving
You
you.
heard that, Cax?
But he's a snowboarder and a half, so I will take a lesson from him any day of the week.
Yeah, he needs to teach me how to like board slide and do all that without breaking my wrist.
What's a board slide?
It's pretty much grinding on a rail and you're hoping that you don't break your back or your neck when you're grinding on the rail.
Sounds slutty.
It
I'm
looks
in.
very easy because Kakamo makes it look easy, but when you're approaching that rail/box, you're like, oh shit, if I make one sudden move, I'm fucked.
The snowboarding world has some of the craziest terminology. Like, you could tell me that you were just talking about like a porno, like the way that you just talked. Like,
Monkey dick.
yeah, see, like this is what I mean. Like, snowboarding is just the same as sex. Like, you're basically just saying the same shit.
Except it's cold.
Got him.
Got him. So yeah, all right. That's
All right.
that's the new content now. Muller, we're gonna take him to blue. We're gonna rush a black diamond right on him right away. Double black diamond for Muller.
What's
Because
that?
I'm still not even that good.
What is that?
It's one of the easier slopes. So we'll go to the easiest.
No.
which is black diamond, and then green is the hardest.
No, I think we go straight into the hardest one. Just see how I do.
All right, so we'll do the green.
And then we can go. We can always work back. You can't always go forward. Like, if I get stuck on that mountain, I can't do that one. Then we're never gonna move up.
We'll warm him up on Paradise at blue, and then we'll just hit the blacks right away. What's that one? It has those like huge jumps, but they're like very spread out. It's like kind of near Paradise.
Yeah, the terrain park will be there, but I think you're talking about those two steep ones in the middle.
Yes, and then it has that really
You'll be
crazy
at the top of
dive.
these trails looking down. I promise you will be intimidated.
No, you guys don't understand. Like, the moment I start going fast, my ass is hitting the ground.
Oh,
And you
I'm gonna be-
slide down half the mountain.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Get some liquor in you so you won't care.
exactly.
No, I think that will just make it worse. Like,
No, it
no,
won't.
like in
It'll
a
help.
good way. Like, it's gonna make it bad. What happens if I hit a tree?
You're
Hospital.
yeah. You don't want
Alright.
to do that. Like if
Alright,
you're getting
just
close to a
making sure.
tree, just fall.
Okay, yeah. So don't try and hang on it.
No, don't even try to like loop around like Rey Mysterio 619. Don't
Alright.
even attempt that. Just
Alright.
fall.
All right.
But that's content because I still suck and I'm still learning.
I'm kind of
But
nervous
that's
sitting
content.
here. But one thing I do want to do is fly a plane. I think that'd be crazy.
I mean, we might not be able to post content if we ever did that.
Well, the
We
content,
might be done for.
the content would disappear.
It'll just be in the vault. It'll be in the vault, never attained again. But all right, deal. Muller's gonna be snowboarding. I'll still golf. You're snowboarding. Now we'll have to think of something, but it's on the radar.
Before we move into the football, my idea for the golf
Sure.
is that we do a red, white, and blue challenge.
Okay.
You take 6 holes on red, or we could do we could play 9 and do like you do 3 from the reds, 3 from the whites, 3 from the blues. So you gotta have some strategy and see how low you can go.
Okay. I like that.
See what I'm saying?
I like that.
A little American action.
I like that. That's good. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So I mean we'll have to golf soon. After September would probably be ideal, just because I'll be done
We'll see.
with all this
We'll see.
stuff. But
You say that, but like, there's gonna be a day where you're like, "Hey, I'll golf," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I would too." And then all of a sudden, we're on a course.
and then we're on a course. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that birdie was phenomenal.
Yeah, Mike had a birdie. Now tell them all your other scores. No, I'm not gonna take away from it. Don't tell them your other scores. No. Just talk about the birdie. Talk about the birdie.
So it was
Then we'll get into football.
Ilex Mill, 8th hole. So there's an 18 course on one side. There's a 9 in the other. The 8th hole was a par 3, maybe about 100.
You shouldn't have said that part.
That's okay.
All right.
It's whatever. 125 yards, maybe even less. I don't even think it was that far. Hit a 7. Beautiful. I thought it went way over. Bounced right near the hole. It was super close to a hole in one. I'll actually show the camera. Oh, my phone's over there. Screw it. But right near the hole. Hit a little putt. Bam. 2 on a 3. That was a birdie. I had 4 pars that day. I injured my hand. I think it just hyperextended it like Kelsey's knee. But what I've learned is when you actually use an iron, you're supposed to kind of go a little bit forward, I guess. I watched Rick Shields. Shout out to you, Rick Shields. And I swung super hard, and I pretty much just hit the ground, not even close to the ball, maybe like a foot before the ball. And my wrist
Mike.
jerked back super
Mike.
hard, and
Mike.
it's struggling right now.
Mike.
But we're getting there. Listen,
I
Rick Shields is
I know
pro.
exactly what you did. Yeah. And I know what Rick Shields says, but I need you to go and watch how fast he swings. Like, time it from the moment he starts moving backwards to forwards when he makes impact. Yours will be at least 10 seconds faster.
Listen,
You have
he's a
to
good
go-
reference, though. You literally recommended him. to
Yes,
me.
I did. No, you're doing the right things. You just have to slow way down.
Yeah, I'm getting advice from a pro, so
Jesus. All right, let's talk about football.
we'll get there next. All right, but Thursday, there are 2 days from now.
Yep.
2 days, guys. We made it. We got the Chiefs opening up against the Lions. I don't know if
This is coming out Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
who
So today.
today. There you
Today. It's coming out today.
go. Do you have the game up right now? Lions Chiefs.
What do you mean?
Like, do you know who's home, who's away?
The Chiefs are home.
In
So-
Kansas City.
-5.5 Kansas City.
Okay, so the spread went down. So before it was around like +6.5. It's been kind of stable for like the last couple weeks. Moved up in favor of the Lions because obviously with Travis Kelce, if you don't know, he hyperextended his knee. His ACL is intact, but he is questionable at the moment for week 1 on Thursday.
As of right now, probably not going to play.
Probably will not play. Yep, he'll probably miss a week or two, maybe 3. I don't think so, but we don't know. He still might play if everything comes clean, but it's not looking good. I mean, that's Travis Kelce. He's a little older. You want to try to preserve him as much as you can. I mean, you got Mahomes back there. It's going to be a great game. I mean, if it was in Detroit, I think the spread would be a lot lower, maybe like -3.5, -4.5, just because the line's hype. But that is a game it's going to be fun. Personally, before Kelce got injured, I was actually going to take the Chiefs, and I know I don't like taking favorites on primetime games, but I just had a feeling that the Lions weren't going to live up to it, and the Mahomes in Kansas City, they were going to do damage. Right now, I'm actually not betting on that game. I'm avoiding it because I don't know what to take. If I did have to take something, it would be a player prop of either Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra. But this is the problem. Like, I look at it on paper. I look at the game on paper. It looks like an over game. 100% looks like an over game.
I was going to say my pick for this game is over 52.5, just because the offenses are there, and I don't think the defenses are going to be fine-tuned enough to handle the offenses.
And it goes the other way. Like, since they haven't played in 2 weeks now, and they've only been playing preseason, they might be coming out slow, and it might be an under game. So I'm avoiding it at all costs. I would probably just take a player prop and then just go from there. But the spread is nice. I like +6.5. Super Bowl or ex-Super Bowl contenders or the teams that were in the Super Bowl typically do not cover the spread. Those first maybe 4 weeks, they usually go around 1-3. So it really is just pick your poison. I mean, it's a tough game, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm expecting Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra to really go crazy. I don't know about anyone on the Chiefs that I expect to have a 7 and for 120 and a touchdown type game, but
Someone will.
Somebody
You just
will.
never know who.
yeah, there's too many guys that we don't know that aren't proven. I mean, you got Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, MVS,
Tony.
Tony. Kadarius Toney's another guy. I mean, Pacheco. There's a lot of weapons there that are just very unproven. But
I think Pacheco's a little bit proven. I think last year
he's the only one. Yeah,
I think he is
besides
some.
Kelce.
Yeah, those two are the only two where you kind of know what you're gonna get, barring injuries, and the rest of them, it's like 1, can you stay healthy, and 2, can you produce week in and week out? Like, nope. It's kind of been like that for the last couple of years because you look back and it was all right. They had Tyreek Hill, they had Kelce, but like, who else did they really have out there?
Yeah, that
You
was
couldn't, you wouldn't be able to name them.
So that's why also I know I've said this multiple times, but in regards to fantasy, like I'm not taking anybody on that team. I mean, besides Kelce and Pacheco and obviously Mahomes, like you don't know who's going to produce. Like last year they had Juju. I mean, Juju would have one good game, and then MVS would have one good game, and then Kelce will obviously produce all the time. But there's just too many pieces that like. It reminds me of like the Patriots dynasty. Like they didn't really have that wide receiver one. They had Edelman for that time, but like and Gronk, like you could see the correlation here between quarterback and tight end. But all of the other receivers, you don't know. Like Kendrick Bourne last year for the Patriots, Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton, like just all these random guys producing. So good luck with those guys on the Chiefs, especially, and the Patriots too. I mean, you're really gonna have to coin flip all of it especially if you're using those for your starting receivers. But what do you guys think is gonna happen with the game? Do you have a winner? Are you confident in somebody to produce 2 touchdowns, a tutty? What are some things that are pointing out?
I feel like I'm going to talk myself into thinking the Lions will win, and I'll cheer for the Lions because that's what I want to happen as, like, just a fan of a different team. Like, I don't want the Chiefs to be, like, great. Like, I want them to be bad for a little bit. So, like, I'll be pulling for the Lions. I'll talk myself into it, especially if Kelsey's not playing. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like, Andy Reid will figure it out. He'll get them to play well. They'll run the ball well if they can't throw it. And it's Mahomes. Like, he's the best player in the league. Let's call it what it is. He should win MVP every year. He's phenomenal. So I don't see how they don't win. 5.5. Lions played a lot of close games last year. I think that they'll play up to the competition. Gibbs looks really good. If I had to take a line, I'm not taking one. Just throwing it out there, I'm not taking a line on this game. 5.5 seems like way too many points. So I would take the Lions there, but I love the over 52.5.
Take the points.
If I had to take a bet for this game, I think I'm going to have to go Isaiah Pacheco over on receiving yards. I don't know what the over is, but with Kelsey not there, they're going to have to check it down somewhere. I think they get Pacheco going.
All right.
Yeah, I just to go off that, obviously I'm a big believer in Amon-Ra Gibbs. I think the rookie gets a lot of receptions. I think I would go over on his receptions. I think
Pacheco's at 9.5 yards.
I'm taking the over.
For reception yards?
Yeah.
Wow.
All he's got to do is get 10 yards.
I hate those lines because if you fucking take the over and he gets like 2 yards, you feel like an ass.
They know something, though.
They
know something.
They always know something.
9.5? The dude was getting like 15 a game last year, I feel like.
He's going to get 9 reception yards. He's going to get 1 reception for 9 yards. I'm calling it now. Mark that.
I was thinking the line was going to be like maybe 20.
Yeah.
No, he's at 9.5.
9.5, I'm taking the over on that.
Bookmark this now. He's getting 1 reception for 9 yards. That's it. He's getting 1 catch for 9 yards. If that happens, I actually might bet that 1 catch, 9 yards if I could somehow find that. But whatever Jahmyr Gibbs over receptions is, I think you take that big time. You're going to watch this guy and you're going to think he's Alvin Kamara, but just younger and just more. He's faster. He's going to be fun to watch.
Is that all in that game?
Yep, that's all in the Thursday night game. I can't wait, man. I'm super excited.
Well, let's get into the 1 o'clock games on Sunday.
All right. So Muller's devise up some questions.
Let's
hear it.
I say we start with the Browns and Bengals. I think this will be the best game and the most telling game of the weekend. Like on Sunday, we'll say. Because the Browns, it's like, all right, can Deshaun Watson be the guy? Are they going to be a good team this year? Like, there's been all these years I would say probably the last 4 or 5, where you look at them and like, they could be good. And then they're just the same Browns over and over again. So I'm interested to see where they fall in the league this year. Can Deshaun be the guy? Can that defense step up? Can his playmakers step up? And then Bengals, it's like, they're one of the best teams. Will they produce? Will they win a Super Bowl? Can they get to the Super Bowl? Because they've gotten there, but they haven't proved. I don't know if the Bengals will ever be that team that you're like, they're the favorite for the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
I feel like the Bengals, I'm not going to compare them to the Bills because I think the Bengals are clearly better.
Way better.
They're kind of in that, they're like just entering that spot where they're like, their window, like it's open. It's going to be open for the next 2 to 3 years. I mean, the Bills window, I think, is closing. This is probably their last shot, but like the Bengals are now entering that. You could see it, obviously, like they're going to the AFC championship games pretty frequently. Joe Burrow is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I think Jamar was hurt last year for some time, which might have.
He had a hamstring injury, I think, quad,
yeah. And then
some muscle injury.
T. Higgins, same thing. Like he was just getting concussed like Tua, like nonstop. They did pick up a lot of like decent tight ends, like Irv Smith. They got Hayden Hurst. Good defensive line. But it's just another injury between Joe Burrow. Like, we don't know if he's going to be 100%. There really hasn't been clearly like straightforward news around that.
Yeah.
But I actually agree with you. This is going to be one of the more intriguing Sunday games, like the 1:00 games, because we've talked about the Browns. Like, it's just like we're waiting to see if Deshaun is going to be at that level.
Yeah.
We know they got Chubb. We know they have a good O-line. They got Eli Moore. That's going to help them out. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Amari Cooper, who I'm very high on.
Yeah.
Very underrated. I think is a great piece to have if you have for fantasy. Easy starter. The line last time I looked was, I think, 2.5.
Yeah, Bengals favorite 2.5.
Like, I think right there you just gotta, man. If it was 3.5, I would take the Browns, but it could be a field goal game just because it's division rival. I would probably take the Bengals on this, but this is a game I think you stay away from. I mean, Nick Chubb could go crazy, Jamar could go crazy. You don't know.
Browns are also home,
Brett, yeah,
which dog pound, something to take into account.
True. That's it. I think because week 1 you got a lot of divisional games, but with these teams, I mean, obviously you know the Bengals, and then the Browns. You don't know what you're getting. You can either get a shitty Browns team, or you can get a Browns team that looks really damn good.
Mm-hmm.
If I did have to choose a bet on that, I would probably go with the under. I'm guessing it's probably like 48 to 51 range.
It's 47.5.
47.5. See, that's still kind of low, but I would probably take the under on that. I actually really like that bet a lot now, just thinking about it. Again, Joe Burrow's hurt. I mean, the defenses are going to be showing out. It's going to be a close divisional game. I don't know. It's kind of a coin flip, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I think this will be one of the more closely contested games. I think Giants, Cowboys will be there. I think Jets and Bills will be there. Chargers, Dolphins could be there. But yeah, I think this will be one of the ones that will be exciting. I just hope that they put it on TV because, like the NFL likes to do, they will not put this game on TV. Next game that I want to talk about, let's get 49ers and the Steelers. I think this one's really interesting because the Steelers, it's kind of like a freshman becoming a sophomore and taking that next step. They know what's happening. They can step into the team, like this is their year to show why they're there. And then you look at the 49ers and, like, they showed they're there. Brock Purdy showed he can play, but they're going to be missing key guys. So in Pittsburgh, can the 49ers start where they left off, or can the Steelers step up and their young guys make plays and finally make that jump like they showed last year? They're a good team, but now it's also Mike Tomlin.
I think there's a lot of questions going into, like, both of these teams. I mean, like you said, like Kenny Pickett taking that next step, but we know that George Pickens is a dog. Like, that's your wide receiver one for a while. Like, he's like that. Deontay Johnson, I mean, he's a target machine. Like. He just got to catch the ball. I know he's had some dropping problems. Najee, another question, because now they got Jalen Warren, who they're very high on.
I think not. I think Najee's there. I think this is a similar situation to when Pollard came in and was good, and you still had Zeke, but it wasn't like last year. It was like 2 years ago. What I'm talking about. I think
it's just kind of reversed.
Yeah, like Najee is that guy still. Like, people forget that he was getting hammered last year because the team was not good. He's got a different type of team around him. Like, guys can actually play football.
I think the Steelers are in this position now, and I feel like they've been in this spot for the last maybe like 2 years where they're not rebuilding, but they're also not ready to, like, make that push. I mean, it's just they have Mike Tomlin, so they're always going to be like that playoff team, but like will always lose. So like they're in this weird spot where like I can't really like personally I don't think they're there yet. I think Kenny Pickett's very young and it's going to take him a little bit to get adjusted. I mean he does look good, and like I know I said before I don't know if I'm a believer in him, but he
wears two gloves.
He wears two gloves, but he's looking like he's going to be the quarterback for a decent amount of time there. But they're still young, and they still got a lot of holes in a way, I guess.
That's what she said.
Their defense is good though. Like their defense is going to be solid, but so are the Niners. The Niners defense is good. I think that game, because you got Pickett and you got Brock Purdy. I mean, I don't know if Brock Purdy is that proven guy yet, but it's looking like he's on the right path. But that's going to be a battle of the trenches. Like you're going to see a lot of sacks. You're going to see a lot of run stuff. You're going to see. Just very small game of like line of scrimmage plays. Like I don't like you'll see a bomb here and there, but I think it's going to be like a big chess match, big defensive game.
Yeah, and speaking about Brock Purdy, I mean, like, they got rid of Lance. Like, if he's not the guy, people are going to start questioning, should they have got rid of Lance? Did they give him enough time?
No, they'll be good because they got Sam Darnold.
Oh, whew. All right, that's a Jets fan there. So 49ers are favored 2.5. Over-under's 40.5.
You see, look, 40.5 is the spread right now.
40.5 seems like an over to me.
I'm going to take the under again, dude. It's going to be a defensive game. I mean, the Niners have the best defense in the league. Obviously, Bosa, he might
But
not
he's not
even
there.
be playing.
If he's not playing, that's
then
not
it's a
the
different
best
story.
defense.
Then it's a different story then because he makes a difference. And, then I'd go over.
Pickett all of a sudden has, 2 more seconds on his shot clock back there.
Yeah, and the Steelers have T.J. Watt. Those are two probably top 3, top 5 defensive ends in the league. I mean, I like the Steelers. I think a lot of people are on the Steelers. It's just there's just so many question marks. That's another game I just stay away from because I feel like everyone I've spoken to are on the Steelers. That they love the Steelers, and I just there's too many. But the fact that they are at home, I mean, you can't be mad with you choosing the Steelers to cover.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a 2.5 spread is. It's essentially a money line game at that moment. Like any spread below 3, it's a money line. Like if you lose, if it's a 25-24 game, okay, so be it, whatever. But
yeah,
I would take the Steelers on that. I'd go with the Steelers. Why not? I mean, deep down, I want to take the Niners because they're like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they are at home, I think that makes a huge difference.
Now, I will say coming into today, the 49ers were going to be my mortal at -2.5. But with the recent news, I think I'm backing out on that. So,
Gas, you got anything to say about that?
will not be my mortal.
Yeah. I think this game's a huge toss-up, very dangerous betting game, but I'm going to have to go with San Fran.
I like it. That's where I was leaning towards because -2.5, it's like all I got to do is win by a field goal.
The defense. I would say their defense. And, I mean, if Brock Purdy picks up where he left off, he was winning almost every game with them. He was getting it done. So
I mean, he did. I'm pretty sure he did win every game.
I think he did, yeah. So we got to go San Fran on that.
Yeah. All right, well, here, I'm going to run through a couple games. I'm just going to say a winner, and we're not going to talk about it.
Sure.
All right. So Baltimore is going to beat Houston. Baltimore's home that game, 10-point favorite. They're going to beat Houston. Sorry, Houston. The Vikings are home, 6-point favorite against the Bucks. Bucks are going to be bad this year. I know they have the easiest schedule, but the Bucks will be bad this year. Vikings will win that game at home.
Is it a primetime game or it's a 1 o'clock game?
1 o'clock, so it's a guaranteed win.
Okay.
Commanders are home against the tanking Cardinals, 7-point favorites only, which is kind of crazy. But I think that this is the year the Commanders find a quarterback. They will still be last place in the NFC East, but they'll at least find their quarterback.
One thing on that, all I got to say is I'm really high on this guy. It was Michael Wilson. He's a Stanford receiver. He's a rookie. He's going to be a starter on the Cardinals. They were saying, I was seeing that they just named Kyler the captain. And
he's not playing.
Not right now, but they plan on playing him once he is healthy. Target those guys.
I think maybe you might have to.
I mean, that's everyone's plan. All right, if Dak
I think he's
Prescott
gonna come back, though.
Yeah, but if Dak Prescott goes down, it's all right, yeah, he's injured, he's not playing. Yeah, but they're planning on starting him once he comes back.
Okay.
Obviously they're planning to play the guy once he comes back.
Fair, but I think
You can't just tank that, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but
What?
NFL will give you some shit if you do. What was the one team that tanked the Mavericks last year? They were blatantly tanking it. It just caused disruption.
but at least they didn't play everyone. Kyler should, if they want to actually tank, Kyler should break his leg.
I don't know when he's actually coming
Don't
back,
actually
though,
break
honestly.
it, but just claim he broke it in practice. Tell him to
There
go
you go.
down, take him in an ambulance back to the facility, and then all of a sudden it's no one's seen Kyler in a while. Oh, he broke his leg.
I was actually
Just don't show him. Put him in a cast for the whole year.
I'm going to get off topic here now. I was actually thinking about this last week. Kyler is an interesting target because, I'm going to say this in regards to the Jets. I know Muller's fuck, but because we don't know what's going to happen with Zach Wilson. Because if Rodgers does stay there for 2 years,
Zach Wilson will play year 3.
are you going to re-sign him? Because you got to re-sign him next year.
Yeah.
You got to pick up his 5th-year option.
Did you not watch Hard Knocks?
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Bro, Zach Wilson is going to be good. He's going to be good. He's learning from the GOAT. He's picking up things. He's going to be good.
So just because he learns from the GOAT, he's going to be good.
Well, I mean, Aaron Rodgers learned from Brett Favre and he's good. Jordan Love's about to be good. Wait for
How do
this
you know?
year. Just wait for this year. Wait till he shows you. If Jordan Love is good, I guarantee Zach Wilson's going to be very good. Give it 2 years.
Okay, I'm not going to get into it deep, but I'm just saying, Kyler, interesting trade target if they do not pick up his option.
Let me say one thing. Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl this year with the Jets, walks off into the sunset. Arizona tanks for Caleb Williams, trades Kyler to the Jets.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Thank you.
So
There you
that's
go.
plus 1,800. All right. That's not happening.
Plus 1,800.
Yeah.
Man,
All
that'd be
right.
awesome.
So back to normal programming here.
No, normal programming. Sorry, I had to rant.
Fucking Jets.
We can't stop,
Um,
dude. You don't understand. We have a quarterback.
All right. Do you want to go to a rookie show or an old man show?
You choose.
What you choose?
You choose.
No, do you want retirement show or rookie show?
I'm thinking of a number 1 to 2.
Okay. 2.
All right, old man show.
Okay. So, fuck, where's the game? All right, Saints and Titans. This is a retirement show. You got a bunch of guys that are on their way out just coming together to play some football. That being said, the Carr era is here, and the Titans supposedly look really good. It sounds like D-Hop and Tannehill have been bonding and looking real good on the field. So I'm torn over this game. The Titans are currently +3, but I kind of love it. Nashville, Tennessee, baby. They're living. They're happy. It's the Saints. No one knows what's going on down there. Coach O got fired. Derek Carr came in. Alvin Kamara is suspended. Mike Thomas is back, but he'll probably tear his hamstring week 1, running a slant route 5 yards down the field.
The amount of faith that people have in Mike Thomas is insane.
I took him in my league just the off chance that he does well.
The last
So he's
that has
healthy.
happened for the last 4, almost 5 years now, where like, yo, Michael Thomas, round 8, like he could be back, and he just never does. He never comes back. He plays like 3 games, and you're like, oh my god, this is happening, and then bam, done for the year.
What if I told you that the Titans look great in practice? I'm going to take you back. Remember when they celebrated in the middle of the field against the Ravens?
Sounds
Okay.
like the Mets, yeah.
All right. Remember that? What if I told you that defense was going to show up and Tannehill and D-Hop look great? Derrick Henry's healthy. He doesn't have a steel plate in his ankle anymore.
It's an underrated defense, I will say.
The boys are buzzing in Nashville. They got Hardy singing to them. They got Blake Shelton. They got Morgan Wallen.
I actually think I'm with you on that. Maybe I
Right?
do like the Titans because
Titans-
Derrick Henry has not shown he's lost a step at all. Like Tannehill,
Will Compton is
average.
retired. Will Compton's retired.
nice. I like that you just brought that up.
Yep.
I mean,
They-
the Saints are good. I think they're going to probably win that division, either them or Atlanta, but +3, I mean, damn, these
Like,
spreads are small,
I'm
man.
telling you, this Titans team got a little dose of that Frank Thomas Nugenics. I don't know if you've seen those commercials, but it's all the time in baseball games.
Titans +3, baby.
+3. I mean, it's a lock.
Titans
It's
plus
a
three.
lock. That might be my mortal.
Titans +3.
I might take it. We'll
taking the
think.
points.
We'll think about it, but that might be it. Now for the rookie showcase, we have the Falcons and the Panthers, and I know Mike has a very big dilemma here. I'm one way, he's the other way. Mike, would you like to start this conversation?
I think Atlanta is an Atlanta money line. I haven't stamped it as my mortal because I'm stuck between another game. I think this is an easy bet to hit. I mean, with the spread, I don't know, but money line, you're 100% taking Atlanta.
It's +3.5 for Carolina.
Yeah, like it might
Over
not
under is
seem
39.5.
It might not seem like a lot of points, but like that half point is what kills parlays sometimes, and that will drive you crazy for the next 2 weeks, and you'll stop. That will make you stop gambling. Because it's happened to me. So I roll with the money line. It's a divisional game. I think it's in Carolina.
Atlanta.
That's easy. It's Atlanta money line, dude. And listen, it's no knock on Bryce because I don't even know what Desmond Ritter has, but they're gonna run that freaking ball, and they drafted Bijan for a reason. They have a lot of Grady Jarrett. They got Jesse Bates. They got AJ Terrell. They did have Okuda. He's hurt now. They have a very slept on O-line because it is a running offense. Their O-line has to be good. Kyle Pitts, well, if they unlock Kyle Pitts, like this team could win the division, no doubt.
You know what? I forgot about Kyle Pitts.
I mean,
I'm
because
just going to call him a rookie this year.
Yeah, for sure. But they just haven't unlocked him. Like, if you unlock him, you've drafted him 4th overall as a block. Like, no.
They drafted Bijan. I mean, he could be.
Listen, they have a very strange drafting strategy, I will say. But Drake London they have. They don't really have two. Mac Hollins, great set of hair, probably the best in the league.
Oh, very nice. You're convincing me now.
Mac Hollins. They got crazy Arthur Smith, who I actually think is a good coach. They got Bijan, Tyler Algier, who rushed for 1,000 yards last year. They still have Cordero Patterson.
Don't sleep on him. He got me like 30 points a week in fantasy. The guy was a cheat code.
They're going to convert him back to receiver, I think. But
yeah, I think you have to.
The thing is, it's between quarterbacks now. Like, we don't know what Desmond Ritter is about. I think we know what Bryce is about. But
Roll Tide, baby.
I just want to say this. Trevor Lawrence, his rookie year, lost to the Houston Texans. Granted, he did have Urban Meyer as a coach, so we'll cut him some slack.
Yeah.
But I think Atlanta now is competitive enough to win that division because that is the one division that is completely up for grabs. I don't think there's any other division where you can say, oh, any team could win this.
Yeah.
I mean, NFC East, it's either Cowboys, Giants, or the Birds. It's one of those. I mean, but people are leaning Eagles, leaning Cowboys. Or AFC East, Jets, Bills, or Dolphins. People are leaning the Bills. Some people are leaning the Dolphins and Jets. The Patriots are not winning it. The NFC South, any team can win that. Even the Bucks. I know they are kind of gross right now. I know they're gross.
Their quarterback situation is Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. They haven't even picked. I mean, Baker's going to start, but I mean, they are torn.
I'm not saying that they're going to win it because I don't think they're going to win it too. But like, you can't forget that they still actually have pretty damn good players. They got Chris Godwin. They got Mike Evans. They have
Mike Evans is coming to the Cowboys, by the way.
That's another conversation for next week because we could talk. We can get into.
He's going to be a Cowboy.
He could be.
He's going to be a Cowboy.
I think he wants to stay in Tampa though.
I
think he's actually trying to. But
someone who requests a trade after trying to usually doesn't want to stay.
Oh wait, he requested a trade?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know that.
No, he's going to be a Cowboy.
That'd be scary.
Yeah.
That would be scary.
It'd be terrifying.
Yep. But the Saints, again, I know we just kind of shit on the Saints, but they have a really damn good defense, and they now have Derek Carr, who is rejuvenated and is ready to fucking snap. But Atlanta is my NFC sleeper team right now. I think they can make the playoffs, either wild card or win the division. I think they take care of Carolina right away. I think they make a statement.
All right. Now, this next game, I don't want to talk about it because we can't even talk about it because we don't know what they're going to do. We don't know how both teams will be. I mean, Cooper Kupp, we don't even know if he'll play this year. Ready? I just want you to give me a winner. First thing. All right? So the spread is -5.5. Seattle versus the Rams. Seattle's favored. Go. Say it.
I guess I'll go Seattle.
All right. Gassy? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I do like the Rams with the spread, though.
See, but if they don't have Cooper Kupp, like, who's he going to throw to?
Puka Nakau. Puka Nakau.
Yeah, no, Seattle's winning that game. That's all we got to say on that one.
Cam Akers is very undervalued.
Yeah, I know. But who knows how he might quit halfway through the year. Oh, you know what? We missed this one. The Colts and the Jags.
That's going to be a really fun game to
Richardson debut. Can the Jags officially be a contender where, like, it's not the Blake Bortles contender where they go and steal
we're
a game?
jagging off, dude.
This could be a real game.
We're jagging off, dude. It's only going to be fun because Richardson, we can actually, like, see him just go be an athlete.
Yeah.
I think Jags take care of them easy. I'll take them with the spread -3.5.
It's 4.5.
-4.5?
Yeah.
I'll take them anyways.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Give me a touchdown. At 4.5, there's times when I just want to bump it up to 6. Give me the touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me the +1. Like, I'm already picking them in my mind. I'm like, oh, I think they could win by a touchdown there. So I stop at 4.5. Let's keep riding up to 6. That's a terrible betting strategy, by the way. Don't do that.
If you want the odds, go ahead. But Jags.
Let's see. Who should we go to next? Broncos and Raiders. Now, this is one that's very close to my heart from last year, and I do think that this will be a terrible football game. But there's no way that I'm on. Last year, I was completely off the wagon on Russell Wilson. This year, I'm back on. I think Russell Wilson has a great year this year. I think him and Cortland Sutton figure it out. Jerry Jeudy comes back in like 2 or 3 weeks, and all of a sudden they have one of the best offenses in that division. I think that they easily could compete with the Chargers. I know the Chargers are going to be very, very good. But if Russell Wilson can figure out just a little bit of knowledge about the game of football this year, they could be a very good team. Also, Sean Payton is a loser.
Broncos are winning that game.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders are going to be up there with one of the worst teams in the league.
Oh, you know what? Do I take this game instead? Do I make this
What,
my
Broncos Raiders?
Do I make this my reverse revenge tour?
No.
Because last year I was on a revenge tour. Do I reverse the revenge tour by siding with him in week 1?
Why not? I mean, it doesn't have to be a moral, but it could be.
I could be the reason Russell Wilson's career turns around if I take this.
Well, it depends if you want to see him turn it around and actually be good.
See, but
now you're saying
I think
hate Sean
I'm back
Payton.
on. No, yeah, Sean Payton's. I mean, how you gonna talk bad about Sauce Gardner and the Jets? Come on.
Look at this guy.
Like,
That's
just ridiculous. I mean, we wear bucket hats. We talk to reporters on the sideline halfway through the game. That's what we do. We're in New York. Like, come on. This isn't Denver. This isn't. Where was he at? Not Kansas City. Fuck. Where's
New
the
Orleans?
Saints? New Orleans. There we go. LSU country.
Week 5, mark at Denver and the Jets. Great game.
Yeah. Yep. I will be cheering. Ooh.
Oh, come on now, man. You're cheering for us except for week 2.
Yeah, but all right, so week 2, I'm definitely out. But that week, I mean, if I'm back on the Russell Wilson train, I kind of have to go with them.
I can't believe this.
Like, I can't just hop off the train. If Zach Wilson's not playing for the Jets, I can't hop off the train. If Zach Wilson is starting by week 5, I will be a Jets fan for that game.
Zach Wilson will be on the Broncos in 2 years.
Well, that's better. I mean, at that point, I'm a Broncos fan. But, all right, yeah, that's Broncos will be good this year.
So now you're in the same predicament as me because I like the Patriots spread. That's another almost mortal lock. And Atlanta, you like the Titans, and now you like the Broncos. What's the spread on that? Would you take a money line?
Broncos are -4.
Oof. Man, these spreads are tough.
Yeah.
But
Broncos are home. Broncos are home.
Uh-oh. West Coast, high altitude.
Yep. They won't be able to breathe.
There you go.
All right, next game. Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. Now, I have an idea for this one. All right? So, I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that?
It's going to have to do with something with Sticks and Drew.
Yeah,
and
so
Wolf.
I think right after the game, when they're on their way home on that drive, I think we have to record and call them. I feel like we and just put it in next week's episode because that is going to be some of the funniest shit. Because one of them's going to be at the other one's neck, and one of them's going to be super defensive because their team just got beat.
We can't distract those guys while they're driving.
Yeah,
no. But that would be awesome. I think we do it, or we call them right after the game. It's
they
one
might
or the
not
other.
be physically capable of speaking English.
No, but this is so. Yeah, no.
Packers take them coin flip money line.
So the spread is 1.5.
Packers. Give me the Packers.
Plus 100.
Drew got me amped, and I love Fields, and I like what they're doing there.
Jordan Love.
That's such a coin flip.
He sat behind your quarterback for 2 years. He has to be good.
That's such a coin flip. I don't know now. Damn. Once I said Justin Fields' name and I thought DJ Moore, I'm like, oh god, I don't know. But the Packers do own the Bears, so I feel like
but that was when they had that drug addict as their quarterback.
What, DMT boy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do like that he bends into that.
Christian Watson touchdown. Book it. You're taking that. Christian Watson touchdown.
Also, Clay Matthews to have a sack and Randall Cobb to have a touchdown.
There you go.
Who else used to play for them?
Bart Starr.
Yeah.
300 yards.
All right.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before you move on, is there any game that you are just so freaking torn on you have no clue?
Chargers and Dolphins.
That's
the next one we're going to go to, and that's what I was going to say because now I have 2 questions for both teams, and it'll basically determine the outcome of the game. Is Kellen Moore able to call an offense, and is Tua alive? If Tua's dead, they're done. And if Kellen Moore can't call an offense, they're done. If Tua's alive, I think they win. If Kellen Moore figures out how to call an offense and like not run 5-yard slants down the field on 4th down and 8, I mean the Chargers hypothetically should win.
I mean, they do have the best wide receiver tandem in the league, the Dolphins. I think the Chargers take it. I think Kellen Moore
Chargers are
unlocks
home.
the offense. I think
In LA.
in
Yeah,
LA,
they're 3-point favorites.
they're only 3. No,
Only 3.
Oh, I think you're taking the Chargers there. I think I think they're loaded on offense. I think losing Jalen Ramsey is huge. All they have is Xavier Howard back there, and maybe whoever else Carlo loves. Nick Needham, is he still on the team?
Carlo loves his whole team. The man loves all of them.
I think the Chargers take that because I believe the Miami Dolphins beat them last time they played.
Yeah.
I think Chargers, when healthy, I think they win that game outright.
All right. Well, let's get into our last 4
Sunday
o'clock
game?
game. We got the Patriots and the Eagles. And there's this part of me that's like, there's no way the Eagles lose. But then there's also this like little devil on my shoulder saying like this Eagles team's going to fool everyone and be terrible this year. And they're like, I know it won't happen this week. And they're 3.5-point favorites right now. But they're going to get injured. And I'm not wishing injuries on people. I hate doing that. I've done it before on this show. I've wished broken legs on people. I will not do that this year. But the Eagles will get hurt. There's no way they just go the whole season without injuries.
It is week 1 though.
Yes,
So
I
it's not
know.
all gonna happen this week.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it might not be this week, but eventually Eagles are going to be favored like this, and I'm going to have to fade them because there's just no way that they are healthy enough to beat a team. Now, this week, I do think the Eagles win this easy.
I think it was last year, I went to a cigar lounge with Adam and David Simmons, and there was a little magazine there, and it had Phil Hellmuth on the cover. If you guys don't know who that is, he's a professional poker player. And I'm sitting there smoking a stogie, having a beer, and I'm like, all right, might as well open this, check it out. They had a whole section of sports gambling. And I took this picture because this has always been my strategy of betting. So what you guys are hearing now, if you haven't left yet, you're hearing some really good shit. So I'm going to read through this. It's just 2 quick paragraphs on consider the dogs and not so super teams. I'll read the consider the dogs first, all right? At least 85% of NFL bettors bet favorites weekly, and only 1 out of 1,000 bettors wins money betting the NFL, which tells me that the favorites are inflated by bookmakers to attract equal betting on both teams. The best value by far are 6 points or less road underdogs. These teams finished a very profitable 51-28 against the spread last year, 64.5%. So last year, 2 years ago. Not so super teams. The first month of the season bet against the 2 teams that played in the Super Bowl, as both teams will be overpriced. Tampa Bay and loser Kansas City, okay, so time frame, were both 1-3 versus the spread the first 4 games. Always bet against a Super Bowl winner in its first game. I can't even see that. Thursday night occasion kicks off the new season. So there you go for Thursday. I can't, the lighting. Tampa Bay never came close to beating the 9-point spread against Dallas in their first game last season, winning 31-29. Remember that game?
Yeah, of course.
So that's why one of my mortals is the Patriots with the spread. I'm going to stamp it. That is going to be my mortal. Patriots plus 3.5. Listen. I think Philly is the best team in the league right now, 100%. There is no doubting it. I think they have no excuses to not win the Super Bowl. But I'm not a money line guy. Sometimes I am, but 90% of the time I'm always on spreads. 3.5. It's in New England against Belichick. Okay, yeah, Mac Jones, he probably does suck, but Belichick just always finds a way to make a game tough. And I just don't see them blowing out the Patriots. I don't see it. It looks like an easy bet. Eagles minus 3.5 against the Patriots. Oh my God, yeah, I'm taking that. Like, bro, we've played against Belichick for my whole life, and they, granted, we are the Jets, but like watching them play other teams and just causing havoc. Again, they had Tom Brady. It's a whole different time now. I still think they still have a very good defense. You have Belichick. You have Bill O'Brien now. No more Matt Patricia. He'll be calling the plays. I think they cover. I don't think they win, but I think they cover. I think it's a field goal game.
I just want to point out real quick that the man to my left is bashing the Eagles right now.
No,
and the man
not
to
at all,
the
dude.
man to his right said that the Eagles would blow these guys out. And this is a shout out to all the people that think I'm just not cheering for the Eagles, because I hear in the comments, why you cheer about the Cowboys? Why you hate on Jalen Hurts? I don't know. I've never hated on Jalen Hurts. I said that he didn't have a good Super Bowl. Sorry the man lost and fumbled. But I think Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFC. But somehow that comes back to me with, come talk about my quarterback. I'll talk about your quarterback. I talk bad on Dak Prescott half the time on this show.
People are still ripping Rex Grossman take, by the way.
And I just keep responding to them. Ha, got another.
one. Got another one.
These idiots keep commenting about it, and I'm just like,
They are triggered.
because you clearly don't listen to the show. Because if you listen to the show, obviously that was a joke. Because, like, come on. We all know Rex Grossman had one good year and he fell apart in the biggest moment of his life. But, yeah, I just want to point out to all the Eagles fans, remember this moment, because if you guys go 0-14, it's not on mine. And when I come at you guys for being a terrible football team, you can't be like, oh, but the Cowboys suck. Well, whoop-de-doo. We've sucked for, like, 25 years. We haven't done anything. Jerry Jones just signed a quarterback without telling anyone. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Dak Prescott didn't know. His own son didn't know who's supposed to be making the trades. Like, I don't know how you could come at me. I hate my own organization.
I mean, yeah, we all do it. I mean,
That
we all reach that point.
That being said, the Cowboys are covering the spread this week, -3.5. We win this game by a touchdown or two. This game is...
I actually agree with that.
We are coming out. The Giants are going to think they're hot shit. They're going to start... I'll tell you how the whole game's going to go. Ready? The Cowboys will get the ball first. We'll punt.
Three and out. Yeah.
We'll punt.
Yep.
All right?
Part of the script. The Giants
The
will
Giants will
go down.
get the ball. They'll score. We'll
Going
play
into
again.
halftime.
We'll play again. We might punt. We might hit a field goal. They'll come down. They'll get at least 3 points. We'll be down at halftime, and I guarantee
10-3.
we win this game by 10 points.
10-3 at halftime. I might put a bet on that.
Dak
$10.
Prescott will come out, and he will blow this team away.
I
This
think that's
defense is way too good. They will stop this team in the second half. There's no way Micah Parsons allows his team to beat him.
Also, the Giants have not beaten the Cowboys when Dak is playing in the last 10 games I saw.
Sorry, what'd you say?
The Giants.
Who was playing? Who was
When
playing? Who hasn't lost to the Giants?
Dak.
Oh, thank you.
Prescott.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Dak, Rain, Dakota, Prescott. Best quarterback in the NFC East. You heard it here first.
There you go. But I just want to say one thing. I'm not bashing the Birds. Like, not at all. I just fucking...
Don't backtrack. No, Mike, stay
I'm
with
not
it.
backtracking.
It's a
I'm-
fun group to mess with.
Yes,
stay with it.
It is. But the Patriots are going to cover that spread. You heard it here first. Always. And again, bet with
All right.
your head, not your heart.
Now,
Jets fan.
the last game of the week. It is a shame that the NFL did this to us. They made us.
you kidding me?
They made you and me wait until the last game of the week. Like
This is going to be the most electric Monday night game. I'm so biased.
Sunday
in
night.
a long time.
Sunday night and Monday night might kill us.
Wait, the Dallas plays Monday.
Dallas
or
is Sunday night.
Okay.
You guys are Monday night. And let me tell you, I'm a sucker for storylines, but that plus 118 New York Jets money line looks real juicy.
On 9/11.
On
Don't forget.
People forget that. And last year I did this too. I took both New York teams. Oh, but this is they're both New York
On
teams.
9/11.
Yeah, but they're both New York teams.
At home, the Bills are overrated. They're done. Their window has closed. Stephon will be gone, and Josh Allen won't know what to do with his hands. Jets money line.
That's what she
You're
said.
taking the Jets, dude. You're taking them. You're taking them. The defense is too good. They're apparently going to be a generational defense like the 84, 85 Bears that DJ Reed said. You see that, guys?
Yeah.
Zach Exchange is back.
I don't see how they lose at all. Like this is an easy win game.
I
They
think-
are talented on both ends of the football.
I'm a sucker for storylines, and I think we all agree that the Jets are winning this one. And now I would like to present you the 11-leg parlay where all of us agreed on a game. $10 to win $1,286. I mean, it's easy money.
The agreement parlay.
Yeah. It's LA
Chargers
-3, Denver, Seattle, Jags money line, Titans +3. Or we all agreed on that, right?
Seattle money line, not spread. 'cause
No,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Rams with
No,
the spread
Denver,
game.
Seattle, and Jags are all money line. Washington,
should be an easy win.
Vikings,
Yeah.
Baltimore, Falcons, Cowboys, Jets.
Wow. That sounds like money.
And it's not like we took all favorites. Like, we got some underdogs in this thing.
I like it.
We got some pick'ems. We got some underdogs. But now let's get into our mortals. So, Mike, you said yours.
Patriots.
Would you like to
plus
say it again?
3.5. It was plus 4.5. I'll adjust. We'll go plus 3.5. And my draft is off, by the way. Oh,
very nice.
Jamar Chase is sitting right there.
Very
Yeah, we'll
nice,
take it.
Very nice. All right. My mortal lock for week 1. Oh, man. There's just so many juicy ones here. I'm gonna ride with Captain Kirk at 1:00.
What the fuck, Muller? You just went from hyping up the Saints or the Titans. You hyped up the Titans. You're like, maybe I should switch and I should go
kidding.
to Russell Wilson. And you go Vikings 1:00. Dude,
That was a joke. They gave him way too many points. 6 points is too much.
I actually thought you were
my
serious.
my
and
actual
wasn't.
pick is the Denver Broncos -4.
There it is.
It's a reverse revenge tour this year.
There you go.
We're bringing Russell back -4. He's covering by 2 touchdowns.
And
Gassy?
not least,
I was gonna fade Mikey and take the Eagles. I think they're gonna sack Mac Jones at least 6 times, but I'm not gonna do that week 1. No fades.
thank
We're-
you, guys.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna go Jacksonville -4.5.
I love it.
We're
I love
tagging
it.
off this week.
The Mortals are back, boys. They're back. They're back.
Playoff
Jack
team.
Off song.
Playoff
Don't
team.
you- I was
against
trying to
a rookie
think of it.
quarterback. We're taking
Don't you
Jacksonville.
know, jag it off. You gotta jag it off. Don't you
Now.
know, jag it off.
Last year, we had our Leroy Jenkins Player of the Week, who we think is going to be a Leroy Jenkins Player of the Week.
Oh,
In terms of fantasy,
I'm so hyped to bring back the 69 player of the week.
that too.
Also, my kicker. I will release the number once it comes out, but whatever Elliott's number is, I'm taking it for the Eagles. I think that he's gonna be hitting field goals. It's gonna be a field goal game, like you said. Give me Elliott's all those points.
If I had to go, my Leroy Jenkins Player of the Week, we are going to go. There's a lot of guys, obviously, that are just going to produce and be solid.
Russell Wilson.
I'm going to go with Chris Olave.
Hmm.
Even though I was kind of hyping up the Titans, I was on the Saints before, but you sold me.
Interesting.
As a salesman, you were very easily persuaded.
No problem.
I think Olave is that guy who's going to absolutely go bonkers this week. Over 20 points, that's the floor. He has to hit that. If it doesn't hit, then I'm a loser. Chris Olave. So we might have to put records for that too. But
Yeah.
if whatever
All right.
else you guys want to do for fantasy, I think primetime games, we each maybe just throw in like a parlay unless it's our mortal. Like I pick one,
We'll put
you pick
something
one,
together.
Gassy picks one.
We'll put something together. But yeah, I think we hit every game. We gave mortals. All that's left is to play some football.
That's it. And again, pat yourself on the back because it is long. Once June hits, it's like, God, like once the draft is over, you're like, all right, like the draft was there, like football. And you're like, wait a minute. No, there's still like 4 more months. Yep. It's rough. Summer's great. It kind of gets your mind off of it. It's rough. Baseball's the only sport that's going on, and it gets really rough. But you guys made it. You did it. Lock in the fantasy teams. Get the parlays rolling. Look at the promos. Ride our mortal locks. And if you did, shout us out and text me or Muller or Gaz and be like, yo, I rode your mortal or your boy's mortal, and it hit. Tell them I said thank you.
Darn right.
So that's all I got. Let's enjoy it. Let's have a great year yet again.
Peace.
See you guys next week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.